Hey guys, it's Samuel Larsen here, and I wanted to make a quick video for you guys because I know a lot of you think of conversion optimization as being something quite complicated, maybe even a little bit scary, and it definitely can be complicated, but to understand it and to really start optimizing your site, you don't need to get super complicated with your conversion rate optimization. So a really quick video to show you how I think of this and a couple of great models on how to understand it. So this is really a video on how you can improve anything based on data, which is what data-driven optimization is. So we're going to use a very simple model here. So this is the build, measure, learn model from Lean Startup method. So it's a book written for startups, but you can really apply this to conversion rate optimization. And we're going to follow this model, and I'm going to show you exactly what to do. Now, this is actually created for startups, but let's use it to optimize things because it's really easy to understand. And the same model really applies to grow and any kind of testing. So you can apply this kind of thinking to improving anything really, whether it's in your life or whatever, but you need to follow this loop. And also notice that this loop is a loop, so there is no exit points. It is never ending because we never really stop learning on this. So the first step is really to form a hypothesis. So we want to predict the outcome of the experiment. And what this means is that we are going to make an educated guess on how this experiment is going to turn out. And this is important because for us to learn from this, we need to be able to have some kind of educated guess. So this is based on our user theory, etc., our traffic, how it's behaving, and so on. But it's always based on something. Then after hypothesis, we're going to measure our results. And great way to measure results, of course, Google Analytics, probably the best one. You can measure it with other tools as well, but be sure that there's some kind of data-driven measurement in place. Now, once we have this in place, then we are going to learn from something from this data. So think of every drip of data is kind of like water to the plant in your brain. And once you think of conversion rate optimization in this way, you're always willing to learn more and always open to new tests. And really, the more you test, the more you learn. So what I like to think of it is this way. This is one of the greatest investors in the world. So he said, I constantly see people rise in life who are not the smartest, sometimes not even the most diligent, but they are learning machines. And this is what Grow is all about. They go to bed every night a little wiser than they were when they got up. And boy, does that help, particularly when you have a long road ahead of you. So when you're optimizing, you do have a long road ahead of you. You're not going to just throw your website to the trash can, right? Think of it as like a multi-year game, and you are looking to gain insights and iterate, develop into a better and better of a website and meet those conversion goals better and better every time. So let's look into a little bit deeper here because we had our build, measure, learn loop, but there is really some kind of sub-steps that we can use to understand this better. So really, it all starts from ideas. So we want to have the hypothesis in place that we think that this will lead to improved conversions. Then we want to build on that hypothesis and base our tests on that. So we create the so-called treatment for the page that we're optimizing. And the treatment doesn't have to be a complete page. It just can be a design, something that we can test. So this is the product. When we have the treatment, and this is, for example, our new design, then we are going to measure how that performs. So this is where A/B testing comes to place. We figure out what needs to be measured beforehand, of course, and what are the metrics that we really care about, and then just make sure that data is recorded. Because we want to have data, and thanks to our measurements and our good planning, we are actually gathering useful data. Not just any kind of conversion data, but actually the data that we need and that we can say that this test has been successful or not. We want to draw conclusions because we want to learn. So we analyze that data and make conclusions based on it. And then really, it is back to step one. We either start with a new idea, or we always start with a new idea, but maybe some new thing on the side, or maybe we learned from this and we are going to test something else. So the way it really goes is we have ideas, we explore, and we validate, and then we get growth and insights. So that is really it. Grow, conversion rate optimization, super simplified. And this is the process that we're constantly cycling through. All right, that was it. Hopefully it was helpful. Make sure to subscribe for more conversion optimization videos, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks.